My name's Lyall. I'm the Program Leader for Aquaculture, based here at Port Stephens Fisheries Institute. Well, today we're going to talk about the aquaculture industry in New South Wales and the recent impact of the fires and floods on that industry. The majority of the aquaculture industry in New South Wales is the Sydney rock oyster industry, and they farm between Tweed Heads and Wombourne Lake in the south, about 30 estuaries. We've also got about 125 land-based farms. During the fires at the end of the year and beginning of this year, the land-based sector wasn't too badly impacted, and the oyster industry suffered damage, but not to a great extent. The key impacts for the oyster industry were the loss of sales and loss of tourism. They had a terrible impact from wind-blown ash. If you can imagine, oyster farmers use baskets about so long. In one basket there was 1.6 kilogram of ash. And an average size business may have 10,000 baskets, so you can see how much that ash accumulated and affected productivity. The abrasiveness affected the grading machines, and also clogged outboard engines when farmers were trying to work around the oyster leases. Probably the greatest impact to the industry though were when the rain started occurring in early February. So we had fire grounds that were severely impacted. So the issue of ash washing into estuaries, sediment, fire retardants and other contaminants was a big issue for our farmers. We work with the farmers to submit oysters for sampling so we can exclude diseases, and we have Elizabeth MacArthur Agriculture Institute very busy checking those oysters to exclude disease. At the moment we are suffering a lot of losses along the coast. In the north of the state we're suffering up to 70% losses from black water and acid sulphate soil impacts, and in the south anywhere from 10 to 30%. The oyster farmers are also being impacted by the amount of debris coming into the estuaries. So burnt logs, trees, lantana, debris are all being washed down, and particularly in Shoalhaven, Crookhaven and Clyde, they're causing extensive damage to the leases. One of the key things we can do is get down into the areas fairly quickly and meet with the farmers and better understand what their needs are, what resources they need. So we've been on the ground. We've also arranged a number of assistance meetings where we work with our colleagues at DPI Rural Resilience and also Ocean Watch to host some days where the farmers can all come together and hear about what's happening, what assistance is available, what they can apply for in terms of bushfire or natural disaster assistance, what resources are available for mental health, and to really connect as a community of oyster farmers and how they can help each other. One of the things that was really useful at those meetings was to bring in 3 Tasmanian oyster farmers who spoke about their experiences with the Denali fires, and they brought a new feeling about that community of oyster farmers helping oyster farmers. The other impact on the oyster farmers has been the loss of sales and the interruption in the marketplace, and we've been working with processors and oyster marketers to see what could be done in that area. So all in all, they're a pretty resilient bunch. Certainly we've been working with them for nearly 15 years on risk management and how they farm and what species they farm, and what expectations they have when they do have a disaster. But it's certainly the farmers addressing that risk management, farming in more than one estuary, using best practice, using more than one species, are all aspects which make it a better, more resilient industry and protects them when they have these disasters. If oyster farmers or land-based aquaculture farmers are looking for more information, we provide our updates on the web and SMS them to all permit holders, and we have a link on the web as well to all the natural disaster assistance, so we're certainly encouraging farmers to use that resource.